What's up, guys? Courtney Cox here in the PNC Bank Sports Corner, joined now by our very own Doug Kyed. Obviously, breaking news this Saturday, Cam Newton has tested positive for Covid-19 just 24 hours before the Pats were set to kick off against the Kansas City Chiefs. We bring in Doug, who has a bit of experience in the testing process with the Patriots. So I think a lot of people are curious right now, when do you think he tested positive, and have they been testing all the players kind of consistently all week?
Players test for COVID every single day, but the most likely scenario here is that Cam Newton tested on Friday morning and that he and the Patriots didn't get those results back until really late Friday night or really early Saturday morning. That was the case when training camp was going on. I was going through this same exact testing procedure as the Patriots. So I would test at 9 in the morning and then wouldn't get my test results back until 10 p.m., 11 p.m., sometimes midnight or 1 o'clock. So he was in the building all day on Friday after having tested positive, since that's the way that the NFL is holding these tests.
And you're pretty close with a lot of people that work there at Gillette. Are there any reports that there are other players that could be waiting for results that have had close contact with Cam in the last 24 hours?
All other Patriots players at this point have tested negative, and it sounds like they did do some rapid testing with people who are close to Cam Newton, who might have been in close contact with him. It sounds like they got some good news on that front as well. But as we've seen from the Tennessee Titans COVID situation, there could be positive tests rolling in 4, 5, 6 days from now. So just the fact that there's no one testing positive now doesn't necessarily mean that no one's going to be testing positive in the future.
And it has been interesting to watch people testing after they test positive. How long will this last in Cam's body? How will he feel the effects of it? For you, when you look at Jarrett Stidham and Brian Hoyer, who do you think Bill Belichick and McDaniels, everybody else at the Patriots, will look towards to lead this Pats team if Cam can't?
I would expect it to be Brian Hoyer. He's been the Patriots' backup quarterback through the first 3 weeks of the season. That's essentially been the case since Jarrett Stidham had an injury in training camp. He started losing reps, and then it became Cam Newton is the number one, Brian Hoyer is the number two. So I would fully expect Brian Hoyer to be the starting quarterback if the Patriots can play the Chiefs this week. At this point, the NFL is saying that the game is going to be rescheduled for Monday or Tuesday. So I would assume that that's as long as no other positive tests come in for the Patriots. But yeah, if the Patriots do play the Chiefs in the next upcoming days here, I would expect it to be Brian Hoyer as a starter and then Jarrett Stidham as the backup.
And we should note that while negative tests have been coming up for the Patriots, there have been some positive tests on Kansas City side, so there will be testing there going on as well.
For sure, yeah. Their practice squad quarterback, Jordan Ta'amu, actually the guy who was imitating Cam Newton in practice this week, tested positive as well. So definitely a possibility that the Chiefs could get some positive cases as well. The one difference there is that the Patriots actually have to travel to Kansas City, whereas the Chiefs are playing a home game. So the Patriots have to worry about putting their entire team on a plane, on buses, in a hotel, in meeting rooms. And if someone has COVID but isn't testing positive yet, then obviously that puts the entire team also in danger.
All right, well, like I said, not the news that we wanted to report on this Saturday, but Doug, great insight there. You can follow along with him on Twitter at Doug Kyed. Doug, thanks so much.